On this video, I am continuing to read the Aramaic text of Daniel chapter 2, verse 33, along with vocabulary, grammatical analysis, translation, and a brief commentary. So we are at verse 23, and I pick it up as follows. First of all, let me just read it and then look at vocabulary. Shagohi di farzel raglohi minehen di farzel u minehen di chasaf. Looking at the vocabulary, let me just translate it there. The legs were iron and its feet partly of iron and partly of clay. So the vocabulary in this section is shak, noun meaning leg. Parzel is a noun meaning iron. Regal is a noun meaning foot. Min is the preposition from, just like in Hebrew. Chasaf is the noun meaning clay. So as we look at the grammar, phrase by phrase, shakohi is a dual noun with he, a third masculine singular pronominal suffix. And shagohi means leg. So it would be translated its legs. And then continuing, di raglohi. Di is a relative particle translated of here that marks the genitive case. So of, its legs of, raglohi, we would render it, its legs were of iron, parzel. So shagohi di farzel, farzel meaning iron. So its legs of iron, raglohi minhen di farzel. And then we continue, its feet, partly of iron. Notice here, its feet, minhen, raglohi is a noun from regal. The Hebrew is regal. Here it's shavah, regal, which is following the Aramaic pointing. So raglohi, its feet, were, and notice here the dual ending plus the pronominal suffix in the he here. So its feet were minhen, from minhen is the preposition min, from, with the third masculine plural pronominal suffix hain. Literally, it would be rendered from them, but the basic rendering partly, I think, captures the thought. So its feet, partly, and then di parzel, partly of iron. D again, the sign of the genitive, and parzel, meaning iron. So its feet, partly of iron, and then minnahain is literally rendered and from them or again, partly, di hasaf, partly of clay. Hasaf is a noun meaning clay. So as we would translate it, it would be rendered, its legs were of iron, and its feet partly of iron and partly of clay. Shakohi di farzel raglohi minahain di farzel uminahain di chasaf. And I think that the thought here is this image that Daniel saw becomes increasingly strong in the legs of iron, but weaker in its feet, partly because of iron and partly because of clay. In other words, there is strength coupled with what appears to be weakness in the clay, strength in the iron, weakness in the clay, as the final phase of the image is both strong and brittle. And in my understanding, viewing the Roman Empire in its divided phase. And so we'll stop there. I'm going to try to do one verse at a time, sort of a small segment of the text, looking at the grammar, and then continuing on from there into a translation, and then a brief commentary on it.